edition of Chauntel. Hello, you guys, and welcome to this edition of Ask Chauntel. So today I have a question. It is from 15-year-old Carmilla, and the question that she has, I'm going to share it with you in just a second, but I have to say before I share her question, I've gotten this type of question before, but I just never really had the courage to answer it because it's so personal and it's something that is really near and dear to me. And I thought, I really need to share this. I answer sometimes people individually, personally, through email, sometimes on my blog, and when I can, as many people as I can answer a video too, I do that. But this particular question, I spoke to someone directly through my Facebook page, and you guys know that you guys can add me on Facebook, and I love to chat with you there whenever I'm able to do that. But this particular question, I thought, my gosh, we must share this. So Carmilla's 15, and she tells me about this guy that she likes. She told him that she liked him, and his response was letting her know that he had a girlfriend by sending her a picture of his girlfriend. She in turn cut herself, and from this information, she also told me that I am not good enough for him. His girlfriend is prettier than me. He told her that he doesn't want to ruin their friendship. He doesn't want to be with her, but of course he's showing that he values her as a friend. She says, I don't understand. He dates other girls. Why doesn't he want to be their friend? And she also shared with me that she feels attached to him even though they're not in a relationship. Okay, Miss Carmilla, I understand that it hurts when you like somebody and then they share with you that they're not interested in you in that way. But you have to learn, first of all, that you have to love yourself. You cannot be comparing yourself to this girl and saying, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, I'm so unattractive, I don't like how I look, you can't do that. You have to embrace who you are. You have to find what you love about yourself, and you cannot continue to compare yourself to this woman, because that's not going to get you anywhere. That's not going to do any good for you, and that's just going to have you continue to hurt yourself physically and emotionally. He sees you as a friend. That's okay. It's okay that he doesn't like you. You don't have to be liked by every single guy that you like. Sometimes that's going to happen. Rejection is normal. Everybody deals with it. Trust me. There were guys that I liked that never even knew, and I never shared it with them, or if I did, actually I can give you an example of a time. How old was I, man? I was in the 7th grade. And there was this guy that I really liked. Oh, I used to like him so much. He used to play basketball. He was such a cutie. And I liked him. So I wrote this really cool, nice little letter to him telling him that I liked him. I folded it up all pretty in a heart, little heart paper, hearts that you can make. And I gave it to him. Didn't have any classes together, but we had the same PE period. So I took it over to him in PE, kind of slipped it in his pocket. Later on that day, a couple of girls came up to me with the letter in their hand, and oh my gosh, I had taken all this time on this letter. It was like a million different colors. I had, done different colored pens, and I had drawn a beautiful flower on it, and oh my gosh, I had wrote his name and my name too from the whole deal. And they were like, oh, so you like him? Oh, well, it doesn't look like he likes you, and they just kind of threw the letter in my face, and it was really not a good moment for me, but he never said anything about it. It was just weird, but at least this guy had the decency to tell you that he sees you as a friend. He values your friendship, even though he doesn't like you in that way, and he's not making it awkward. So don't make it awkward, okay? That's to address specifically your question. You just have to accept that it is what it is, and rejection is okay. It's okay. It's okay. He still wants to be your friend, and that's what matters. I understand that you are attached to him. You want to keep a friendship with him. Okay. This is what you have to do first. You have to separate yourself from him, because what you have to do is you have to get some space between the two of you before you can really have a friendship with him. You've got to allow yourself some time to heal from this, because it's painful, not just physically, but emotionally. You have got to separate yourself from him so that you have some time to heal before you can really be friends with him again. That's the only way that you're going to be able to stop being so attached to him emotionally. Okay, a lot of times girls in your situation, and you're not the only one, experience this and they keep it to themselves. Nobody else knows that they're dealing with this. And thank you so much for coming forth and being one to say, you know what, I'm dealing with this right now. I'm cutting myself right now. And I'm sure that this is not the first time that you did it, because it was a reaction that you had because you were upset with him and you did it automatically and you shared it with me. Therefore, I feel that this is probably not the first time that you've done this, and you're not the only one. And thank you again for sharing this, because you are an example to so many girls out there that are doing the same thing. And if you are one of those girls, you have to get some help. And the only way that you're going to be able to get through this is if you share it with someone. Now, you don't want to share this with just anyone, because some people will stab you in the back, right? Figuratively speaking. So you need to talk to your parents. You have got to tell your parents what's going on with you so they can give you some help. And if you're going to share this with your friends, make sure that they're only your close friends, because you can't trust everybody. So I want to share a little bit of statistics with you so that you can see that you're not the only one that is dealing with this. What you're dealing with is called NSSI. That's the short version of it. It stands for Non Suicidal Self Injury. Okay. And just for your knowledge, 1 out of 5 girls between the ages of 10 and 18 cut themselves with razor blades or burn themselves with matches. And a researcher from Yale University reported that 36% of girls in this particular study that they did had cut themselves in the past year or injured themselves in some way. And 56% of girls between the ages of 10 and 14 have cut themselves in their lifetime. So you are definitely not alone in this. Why do girls do this? It could be interpersonal issues. It could be internal issues. Yours is interpersonal issues. Either way, it's just a cry for help. You're just finding a way to cope with what you're feeling. And it's okay to find a way to cope with what you're feeling, but this is not the way. You've got to find a better way of doing it. And you're not going to be able to do this on your own, because this is self-medicating for you. So you've got to find someone that can offer you some assistance and help you get through this and deal with your emotions differently. Because you know what? This is not the first time you're going to get rejected. I mean, this is not the first time that you've been rejected, and this is not going to be the last time that you're going to be rejected, whether it's a boy or it's a friendship or it's a job, or find another way to deal with your feelings. Because women, we're already emotional creatures, okay? We were made to be that way. God made us nurturing so that we could feel, but you have to find another way to deal with your feelings. I also wanted to tell you about a kind of a public figure, a celebrity that you may be familiar with. Her name is Megan Fox. She's an actress, and there was an article written about her in the September issue of 2009's Rolling Stone. She's on the front cover, and she talks about her own experience with this exact thing of cutting herself, self-inflicted injuries. And you think that you're not pretty for whatever the reason. I'm sure that you are beautiful, but she also doesn't like herself. And she made this statement in that article, and I'll put the link in the description box below. But she says, "I'm really insecure about everything. I never think I'm worth anything. I have a sick feeling of being mocked all the time. I have a lot of self-loathing. Self-loathing doesn't keep me from being happy, but that doesn't mean I don't struggle. I am very vulnerable, but I can be aggressive, hurtful, domineering, and selfish too. I'm emotionally unpredictable and all over the place. I'm a control freak." And a lot of people that deal with what you are dealing with are trying to get in control of their situation. But you just have to learn that you have to take life in stride, and you are going to deal with things that are not easy, but you have to find another way besides hurting yourself to deal with those things. And just because he doesn't like you, it's not the end of the world. At least he was man enough to tell you, unlike the guy that I liked. And at least you know now, and you can move forward, and you can recover from this, and you can heal. But you have to give yourself time, and you have to give yourself closure on this, and accept what he's saying, and move forward. Okay, thank you for giving me the courage to go ahead and answer this question, because like I said, I've gotten this before. And thank you for being the voice of so many girls out there that are dealing with the same thing. And I hope that we can do a part 2 of this video eventually, where I can say, yes, she got help, and yes, she's doing a lot better, and yes, she is finding a way to cope with her emotions other than hurting herself physically, because I know that you can do it. And if you'd like, you can do a little bit more reading about this particular topic. I'll post a link to an article that I read that gives a little bit more information about these issues and girls like you that are dealing with that. And if you have dealt with the same thing, please comment below, or just respond to this video and let me know what you guys think about NSSI, and if you know anybody that's dealt with it, and if you've dealt with it, how you've coped with it. Because really, it's about people coming together and talking about these issues and really bringing light to them, because I don't think that they're being talked about enough, and that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm doing it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email address is askchauntel@gmail.com. That is askchauntel. Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe.